Greetings, peace, and blessings to the world. First, I would like to thank you for tuning into the Sir Squeezebox show. You know, the Sir Squeezebox show is about ideas, arts, and music, focusing on the African diaspora. The children and the seniors are the centerpiece of our focus, because we follow the Nazarene way of life. Answering the call bells. You know, my mom and dad was in a nursing home, and they have a sign that says we answer call bells, and they don't answer call bells. As a Nazarene, I'm used to responding to bells. As a child growing up in the hills of Manchester, when I went to the Nazareth church, you could hear the bells echoing through the hills calling you whenever something is going on in the community and they want you to know what's going on. They hit them church bells. When I go to school in the morning, we line up outside and the teacher holds the little bell, tingy dingy dingy ding, and we respond to the bells. And I migrated to the United States at a tender age of 11. Went through junior high school and high school, and I joined the U.S. Navy. And in the Navy, you have to respond to bells. General quarters, CN anchor, anchors, sweepers, or just general instructions. So, Manasseh, I've always been responding to bells. And now the world bell is ringing loud, and the Spirit is in charge. So when America put in God we trust on their money, and they put in God we trust in their courthouses, and they're not honoring none of those things. So what are they really saying? They're God? Or they're putting themselves in the position to seem like gods? Because we chase money, you run it down. In the courthouses, they take your money. In the churches, I would like to take this opportunity to say special respect to Minister Louis Farrakhan for ministering to us, and for the preachers who are preaching for profit and lining your pocket. Watch it. Watch it. Watch it. When folks who are in terrible state of mind come and seek refuge, instead of ministering to them like Minister Farrakhan does, you preach and you entertain them. And then you use the profits or your proceeds to line your pocket and set up a lifestyle. And you're supposed to be representing Christ. I'm in the Spirit of Christ. I'm in the Spirit of Christ. The best, greatest president ever in the United States, so-called, of America, in terms of for black people, so-called, Donald Trump. On my show, a show ago, I have several clips up there. One of them refers to President Lincoln and President Kennedy in spoken words. And what the point was there is this thing about black and white and what happens to black folks has been addressed by American so-called leadership. So I question who's really in charge? Could it be possibly the former colonist? But there's a relationship that transcends itself through the generations, where one generation is born into privilege, but still they don't see the pain. It's time to release the chains. Psychological warfare, sociological tactics. You hear it right there behind you. This is what the creator shut down. The middle group, right here, that you hear in the background. That's where the focus is, on the city. A city is a city is a city is a city. The city you found in Rome, the city you found in Greece, the city you found in Egypt, Sanghe Empire, Ghana Empire, Mali Empire, because no one talks about those. And they supersedes anything that happens out of Europe. My European family, you are our children. You're at the tail end, and you bring so much destruction, so much pain. The energy that you put into the atmosphere have overwhelmed the universe circuits. So we have now a short circuit. When I say before that President Trump is the best thing that ever happened for black Americans or black people anywhere in the world, President Trump exposed the reality, whether Democrat or Republican. Don't forget, we had a black president for 8 years, and I don't know who tied his tongue. He could even come out and say, hey, 40 acres and a mule. All the promises you've made to the Indians, you have them on reservations now. A reservation is temporary. I can cancel anytime. Why couldn't you give them another name? Like the projects here in the ghetto. A project is something ongoing. The police have been killing black folks left and right. Black people killing black people left and right. We don't even hear about that when it comes to Black Lives Matter. All lives matter, my people. All lives. So, COVID came. None of the leaders got together, balance, to talk about the problem. How do we fix this problem that's reaching everywhere in the world, affecting the human family? But you see, whenever we put labels and belittle members of the human family, it becomes difficult for us to act in the correct way when the time comes. And the Creator, my God, is responsible for all you see. We don't talk about devil. One source of power. You have a devil in the picture, bring him to me, I'll talk to him. Because when we talk about devil, we don't take responsibility for our behavior, so we're not going to fix anything, because the devil made me do it. And forgiveness is the key in the Nazarene village. Feel the wind try? You feel the wind try? Love, forgiveness, and humility, genuine caring, especially for the children and the seniors. And if you put that into action, it'll be as smooth as the wind. Children and seniors first. In the Nazarene village, the children and the seniors first. In the Nazarene village, love, humility, and forgiveness. So You talk about Christianity and you talk about Greece and you talk about Rome and you don't talk about Ethiopia. I give thanks and praise to Emperor Haile Selassie I Jah Rastafari. Marcus Messiah Garvey. It was through those influences the spirit took fold. I am responsible for nothing coming out of my mouth. Words. That's all they are. Words. The spirit, though, if you feel it and you take it in, then you get it. So, you colonists, I hear you guys are planning to recolonize Africa. I saw a piece on YouTube with Prime Minister Boris Johnson representing the Queen in England, talking about recolonizing Africa. Africa still have the resources that we need. All we need, ladies and gentlemen, is to make sure that 5 crucial things for survival of man. That's all you need to do. Spirituality, shelter, food, community, and security. You see those 5 things, that's all human beings need. And there should be no hungry human being on earth, especially a child or a senior. I don't know if you have ever seen a sad, hungry child. Multiply that tenfold, the impact it has on you when you see a tired, hungry, lonely senior citizen. It's time for peace. It's time for love. It's time to live as one human family. It's time to pay attention to the signs. So COVID is in different arenas now, mutated. And your vaccine has been created. But where did you get the mind to create a vaccine? And I understand that is someone who have a color like my own, if you want to call it color. That is the key to development of this vaccine. But because you did not address the disease as you should, the vaccine is suspect. It's time to stop thinking about the bottom line. Opening up back these places, take these places and put the wholeness in there. Open up back farming. Cease your activities in the city. When you took spirituality and you manipulated it, call it religion. You translated the Bible, original scriptures, you don't pay homage to Solomon. I'm come black and common. There are things in the Bible, the Quran, the Torah, whatever, that can be manipulated, but truth can never be manipulated. The truth is the truth is the truth. Ain't nothing but the truth. Ain't that the truth? And this truth is absolute.
Hey Ringo, I hear you come to challenge the man, say, huh? Well, I have some information for you. Wanna say, don't hold no corner, strictly border at front line. Only corner man I say hold is the Cisco's corner. Rattan Road front to corner. Rattan Road. You hear me? Man I say don't do that. Another thing man I say don't do. People listen. Man I say no compromise truth for peace. Never. You hear that?
Man, I say no compromise, truth for peace. Never. Man, I say don't hold no corner. Rats and roaches do that. We don't do that. We want our children to be happy. We want happy experiences in life, in experiencing the 5 basic things that is necessary. Spirituality, community, shelter, food, and security. You know, some of us have predator-prey mentality. Very dangerous. Ask the dinosaurs. You said the dinosaurs were killed by cosmic rays and all these things. How about dinosaurs ate themselves to death? How about that? You ever thought about that one? You ever thought about it? They said the lion is the king of the jungle. A lion sleeps most of the day. Don't eat no grass, just meat. Has a purpose. Balance. If the lion eats all the prey, the lion is then a dinosaur. Balance. The earth is crying. The earth is saying the energy that is being put forth by the human family has to come into balance. Too much pain. Too much suffering. When those folks went into Washington, D.C. the other day, it was the Creator saying the chicken has come to roost. Attributed to Brother Malcolm. And this being Black History Month, and this being Monday tomorrow, being Martin Luther King's birthday celebration, I want to say anywhere in the world that you go and you see a street by the name of Martin Luther King Street, Boulevard Avenue, you'll find suffering. And if we're going to honor Martin Luther King, then we should at least honor some of what he was fighting for. And one of the biggest disrespect is to attach gay rights to civil rights. That must stop. It's so disrespectful. It dishonors the pain and the struggle of the dogs and the fires and the lynchings. It nullifies it. Because what you do in your bedroom is your business. But this too is my God's work. You know, we are not taking care of the children. They're being born into sufferation. And the Spirit told me that one way to quell that problem is to shut the baby bank down. Homosexuality does that. The same God that created you and I created them. If a child suffers in childhood, more than likely that child will suffer when they get to adulthood, and then most definitely they will suffer when they get to seniors. So the children and the seniors have been protected. Balance. you can't force me to accept a behavior that is not supportive of life. Because two homosexuals cannot create life. And the normal way that the Creator have the scenario set up, man and woman, be fruitful and multiply, cannot happen. And that behavior requires that normal behavior to continue your behavior. Because without that behavior, there won't be any behavior, because there won't be any human beings, right? So what you're really doing through the Creator is leveling the playing field. The less children in the picture, the less separation. I'm not against homosexual or gay. And I like my word gay. When I use that, I mean that I'm happy. I feel a different word should have been picked or chosen instead of taking these words that's already in the vocabulary, has a meaning. So now, with the age that we have in artificial intelligence, whenever you use a word, whether you say it or you type it or whatever, search, you don't get what you're looking for. And then it's not even in the top. It's buried at the bottom because of what the new meaning has attached to has become the forefront of things. How could that be right? When I talk about rainbow, I'm talking about the different people. When I talk about pride, I talk about my lion pride. Thank you guys for tuning in. We're going to be going inside to work on my mom and dad's meds, and mom and dad just celebrated 68 years of marriage, and we're going to capture them, and we're going to try to go by Gary's pharmacy. Gary was chosen of one of the locations to administer the vaccine. The other day they had a big crowd out there, but we weren't in the area to capture the scene to show it to you, but we plan to stop by Gary's. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for tuning in. It's time. It's time for peace. Man, I say go.
You ready?
Huh?
That's 4-1.
Listen, you got one?
4, I got one.
Later on, I come back and give you a shave. Now I'll come give you a shave.
Yeah, man. All right.
Okay? How you doing?
Okay. Thank God, man.
Yeah.
But you coming back?
I said I gotta come shave you.
Yeah.
You need a shave, right? Okay.
I'll tell you something when you come back.
Okay.
I got something to tell you.
Okay, sir.
And right now, I got something to tell you. You're not gonna win this game. You're not gonna win this game. This is my game. How about that?
Yeah?
Yeah, you're not gonna win this game. How about that? How about that?
You encouraging yourself?
I need to. Because I'm not afraid. Come on. Your pose, man. Come on.
Thank you. Now maybe I can get some sleep.
Okay, let's get serious. Let me win this game.
Just sit down now. You know what? I'm not gonna hurt you. Get away from me, please. Get away. I'm gonna stick now. I'm gonna put that. Get away. Get away. Get away.
Yeah, Nicky alright because of her.
The last time we talked to me, you said I got the doctor and I called you for a
Doctor said we keep
I wasn't paying attention,
Yeah?
and I made a mistake.
Why else?
No! I was supposed to put that thing over here.
You were supposed to,
Alright.
but you didn't.
It's okay. I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid. It's okay. Alright. You won. I'm not afraid. Come on. You ain't winning no more. That's it.
Yeah?
This is it.
I'm not winning
I'm
anymore.
gonna win this hand.
Okay.
Watch me work. Watch me work. I'm gonna win this hand. Alright.
Whatever you say.
Watch me go.
do a segment.
Oh, I don't know. Come on.
Don't rush me, man.
What?
Don't rush me.
I can't.
I'm in charge here.
No, you're not in charge of this little witness area right here. What? I gotta talk smack. It's the only way I can know that I can win you. Okay. Come on, don't be afraid. Let's go.
That's why I don't trust trying no more. Harder folks try. Most of them come along, smack them down.
Get out my face, man. Get out my face. One more hand and you beat me 4 games. It's not a good. It's not a good.
Listen, don't cry. Don't
And I'm not
cry.
gonna cry. Because after dinner, we're gonna play again at 6:30.
Listen,
Yeah.
I have a frustrated here with no eye
It's
water.
okay. You win now, but you know after dinner it's comeback time. I'm not afraid. After dinner, it's me and you.
Yeah?
6:30. 6:30. You know I'm not afraid. I'll be waiting right after dinner.
You got good heart.
Of course.
But that alone I do.
Oh well, we'll see.
Matt, where you going?
Okay, this is the last hand. You don't win me 4 games, you beat this hand. It's over.
You got a good heart, but that alone ain't gonna work.
It ain't gonna work?
The good heart alone ain't gonna do it.
We'll see.